So, welcome to Lauren Streams Hades. It's always exciting to start a new game. This also means that I recently wrapped up a game, which is like, it's been a very emotional week because I was just telling chat before this started. I spent I spent 6 months of my life playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake, right? And it's always like kind of hard to like close one chapter and say goodbye to all those characters, especially with like an ending that leaves you worked up. But I fortunately knew what I was going to jump into next, so that kind of made it a little easier. So now we're going to play Hades. So I generally assume most people who watch my stream are people who have watched my stream before and know what they're getting into. If this is your first time here and you are like, I want to watch somebody play Hades who's never played Hades before, which, like, welcome. Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what's going to go on here so that we have some context. I'm Lauren. I do play flute, and I play video games too. And I like to talk about things that are mostly related to the games that I'm playing. So this is going to be a deep dive into characterization, lore, story, things like that. I may stop at awkward and inconvenient emotional moments because I'm just really excited about what they're doing with the narrative. But also, if there's things to cry about in this game, which I don't know if there will be, but if there are, you can pretty much rest assured that I will cry. So I have a history of playing games that are story driven, but I have never played a roguelike or roguelite voluntarily before. And when I first heard about this, I was like, I love Supergiant games. They're fantastic and brilliant and genius, but if it's a roguelike or roguelite, it's not my cup of tea. Well, I found out through watching some preview video that they did, and then there was sass, and I was like, are the characters sassing? Like, banter is like one of my ultimate weaknesses. And then apparently, it's not just called Hades, it's Greek mythology in general. So, if you watched me play Final Fantasy VII Remake, that was a game in which I profoundly did not know what was going on leading into it. I don't know what the story is going to be in Hades, but I do know Greek mythology. This is not to say that I have an absolutely guaranteed to be accurate treasure trove of knowledge that is unimpeachable and definitely correct in my head. But I do have a long history with the Greek gods. So that immediately sold me. And then I heard that when you die in it, you get rewarded with characters talking more. And I was like, there is one thing that I like, and it's talking and learning about characters. That's two things. Two things that I like. There's more things. I like more things than that. But so I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to play this game, aren't I? It's not a genre I usually play. I have no idea if I'm going to get really frustrated. I know there's God mode that you can turn on if you're having a hard time. So we'll see. I really don't know. But I played Dark Souls partly as a joke and partly because people offered the carrot on a stick of lore. And it was great. And then I played a 3D spatial reasoning involved puzzle game. I hate puzzle games. I hate spatial reasoning. I'm terrible at it. I hate puzzles. I hate all of this stuff. Ask me about the tallest principle. I dare you. Wound up being one of my favorite games I've ever played. Just absolutely, just exquisite and perfect in every way. Game experience. So, and people were like, Lauren, it has lore. It has stuff for you to piece together and emotions. Oh my God, I cried so much. So what we have learned from this is that if you offer me sufficient characterization, writing, lore, story, whatever, you can get me to play games that I would never in a million years pick up otherwise. So that leads us to where we are now with Hades. Risu, thank you. Oh, well, I'm excited to have you here too. Thank you. So you may see in the lower corner there's a little thing that says Lore Runs with Lauren. It's a recent logo that I just designed this past weekend. It's very exciting because I wanted to try to convey to people, I am not a speedrunner. I am not a skill runner. I am not the person who's going to get through it the coolest. I'm not the person who's going to master the technical requirements of doing the thing. I am not the fast on track person who's doing this like as a job and doing it professionally or whatever. Base, thank you for the raid and thank you for being here. But yes, so if you are here looking for somebody to be awesome at Hades, I am afraid that we are both going to wind up very disappointed. So I think that you have to come into this with the understanding that we're going to talk. You're going to hear more than you ever wanted to know about my feelings about the Greek gods. I can promise you that. And I will go on tangents. I may sit and talk for 20 minutes sometimes. If you're okay with that, I've been told that they are interesting 20-minute conversations. I try to keep it somewhat in check sometimes, but I've kind of just embraced this. So as long as you're all right with that, I hope you'll stick around and have fun. So house rules in general, no backseating. If I'm stuck and I want advice, I will request it, either a yes/no question, in which case please only answer as much question as I have asked, or if I need a hint, I will ask for it in the form of a haiku. We call them hint-kus. We are very cool. The point of doing that, in addition to being hilarious and fun, is that it forces you to not just tell me what to do. Because if I leave people to their own devices and I ask for like a little bit of a hint, people get really excited. They just can't contain themselves. And so they'll just blur it out exactly what I'm supposed to be doing when I'd rather kind of like delicately figure it out. So if it seems like I'm getting stuck, you can like start preparing a hint coup just so you can be the one who's like ready to go when I ask, just in case. But that is your outlet. Otherwise, like, yes, apparently there are some they're not ban hammers though. We don't ban people for breaking that rule. We erase the spoiler and give them a little like talking to. And let's see, otherwise no spoilers. Like, the big reason why I play these games is because I want to figure out what's going on, and like, I don't think Hades is supposed to have a kid, so I don't really know what's going on with that, because that's one of the, like, I guess we'll get into that in a second, but it's just like house rules, like, just generally don't tell me. And if I'm like talking about it, I wonder, like, what is that doing? Why is he doing that? Like, that's not actually an invitation. Err on the side of saying, Lauren, is that actually a question, before you jump into answering it, because I just talk a lot. So I will tell you the questions running through my head, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're usually rhetorical questions. Thank you, Vinny, for continuing to be the sub Santa that we do not deserve but are grateful to have. Yeah, so most questions are rhetorical, generally err on the side of assuming that. So my history with Supergiant Games, I watched NX play Bastion, and had kind of mixed feelings about it. I thought some of it was really well done, but I had a lot of issues with like some of the world building and storytelling. I don't know if I would have a better opinion of it if I played through it now. It did have the one scene with Zolf, which if you've played the game, you know which scene I'm talking about, and I bawled my eyes out. It was brilliant. It was one of the like most effective like storytelling moments in the game. It was really great. And then I played through Transistor on stream a few years ago. So I'm going to say this right now and maybe not say it again. You can, at the moment, go through and find my Transistor stream on YouTube if you want to. I have taken it down before, and I may take it down again. I associate that game with an X. The thing is, I still love the game. I've like written fanfic for it. I really love it, like recently. But there's associations there, so I may tread carefully emotionally around that. So if there's any weirdness to do with my history with Supergiant Games, just understand that there's complications. But Transistor is one of the most gorgeous games. It was basically like it was made for me. It's tragic. It's beautiful. It's all about music. Of all the characters in any video game ever that I've ever been like, that person is someone I relate to. Red. I am very much at heart like Red. So I really did love that game. And it was kind of complicated gameplay-wise, but I managed to do pretty well in it, I think, by the end. So I have so much respect for Supergiant Games and what they do. I love their music. I love their art. Fun fact, Gen Z and I were in an art community together in high school, an online art community, and we were pals. So It's been really nice. When I first saw her art at Supergiant Games, I was like, is that Jency? It is her. She's always been incredible. So it's amazing to see kind of what she's grown into. Because like we were teenagers then, and like her art was phenomenal then, but seeing like what she can do as like an adult artist, master of her craft, is just incredible. But everything that they do is an incredible work of art, and I'm really looking forward to diving into it and seeing that. And then the one other thing that I will give you, because there's a preamble here, and we haven't even started the game, so like, welcome to Lauren Streams. This is how we do it. So I love Greek myths, and I always have loved Greek myths. When I was a little girl, I, with my whole heart and absolutely genuinely heartfelt, swore my allegiance. I took Artemis as my patron goddess when I was like 5 or 6. And I meant it, and I took it very seriously, because she was the protector of the small, protector of the young, and keeper of innocence and purity, all of which were things that I was really into growing up. So, like, these are people that I'm very attached to. Yeah. So for me, Artemis was always, as I later like came to like have like a better understanding of like the asexual identity, like Artemis, that's part of why I connected with her. Because like the world is saying you have to be like this, everyone else is like this, and Artemis is like, what about no? Now I interpret Artemis and Orion, with Orion as like her one true love, who her jealous brother kills, and she's like, okay, well, I guess I'm done with that. But even that like is like an ace romantic relationship in my mind. Like the two of them, like they like bond and love each other and connect on like a personal intellectual level, but there's never like anything beyond that in how I see Artemis. So I have like what we in modern parlance would call headcanons about Greek mythology, going back to when I was a child, forming my sense of right and wrong and my idea of who I am as a person. And Artemis was one of the things that made me feel like I could be okay. So I love the idea of Artemis as some sort of a queer icon, whether you interpret her as being ace or like bi or gay or whatever your personal interpretation of her is. Like, for me, she played a very, very important role that way. And I know for other people, it's been the same. So I absolutely, like, she's my favorite. We'll see what they do with her. I will have opinions about Artemis the most. Let's see. So just like the quick summary going into this is my connection to Artemis is deeply personal. I actually have somewhere around here Orion pendants. Like, that is very, very, very important to me. Let's see. So, like, long and short of things, and if I say someone's name wrong, we'll fix it as I play this game. I'm sure if there's voice acting. I don't know if there's voice acting. If there is voice acting, then I will learn to say their names right. But we're going up against, like, several decades worth of me potentially saying their names wrong. So Athena and I have similar taste in characters. We both think Odysseus is just the coolest thing ever. Odysseus and Penelope are like one of my OTPs. If you know my types of characters, I'm so predictable. I just need to find my Penelope. But Athena, I like her. My cat is named Sophie because she has owl-colored eyes. Like, her eyes look like an owl's eyes. And so owls are associated with Athena, goddess of wisdom. Sophie, wisdom. That's why my cat is named Sophie. That's the kind of person I am. Let's see. I don't like Aphrodite at all. She and Ares can go be crummy together. Hephaestus deserves better. I hate Ares. I love that everyone seems to interpret Ares as bad all the time. I'm like, yes, but then people like Aphrodite, and I'm like, no, she's the goddess of beauty. Her kid is the god of love. They're not the same thing. Oh my god. So you see, Zeus is basically a walking soap opera. Does anyone really like Zeus best? I'm not sure anyone does. Hera, I'm like, I feel you, girl, but that's not the way to do it. That's really not the way to do it. It's not those kids' fault. Please stop killing them and their moms. But let's see. Poseidon, I'm of two minds with him, because like I kind of feel bad for him. a little bit, but he's also a total jerk to my man Odysseus. And like, and granted, Odysseus kind of brings it on himself. This is part of why I like Odysseus, but also, let's see. Hades is, of the three brothers, he's like the sweet guy. Normally people really like in modern storytellers really like, especially like girly natured people who write romance stories really like Hades and Persephone. Who, yes, I did call Persephone when I was a child because I didn't know any better. But Hades is kind of like, the other two are like, we're gonna fight over stuff, and Hades is like, I'm just gonna go here. You guys can go argue over who gets the land and the sea. I'll just like go take care of the dead and be like quiet and slightly awkward. And there's this really pretty girl, and I like her so much. And depending on how you interpret that, that's either horrible or get better at dealing with people, Hades. So this is like where I'm coming from with these. Okay, so my initial introduction to Greek mythology was such an incredibly cleaned up for children thing that the Golden Fleece was my favorite story as a kid, and it was this like sweet, fun adventure. The Golden Fleece is not that. As it turns out, it is not a good thing. It's very dark, very awful. Jason is like the worst character ever. And Medea is pretty messed up. So I have all of this stuff lurking in my head. Unsurprisingly, as a kid, Hermes was my favorite of the gods. I like tricksters. I like Odysseus. I can't help it. This is what I like. Yeah, so I hope that as I dump some of this out on you, you get a sense for why this game actually being Greek myths is like a huge selling feature for me. Theseus is also a problem. So I am going to be bringing to this, like, I didn't have like the love of characters going into Final Fantasy VII Remake that a lot of people did, but I have feelings about the Greek pantheon. So many feelings. Nobody likes Theseus. No, except for Pegasus is his, right? I think Pegasus likes him. Oh my god, so when I was a kid, I didn't watch... Oh, there's music that's been good the whole time. How's our audio balancing here? Sorry. Oh, okay. Perseus, thank you. So that's gonna happen some, because... Okay, so I need to be louder? Alright, hold on. We're gonna shuffle some music around. Tell me when the balance is good. How is that? Are we good? The game is too low? Okay. How's that? I'm getting conflicting, like, you're too low, they're too low, so I figure that's a pretty good balance. When people can't agree whether it's too loud or too quiet, that usually means you're close. Yeah, so despite having tons and tons and tons and tons of feelings about Greek myths, I lost my good memory a few years ago at some point. And while I'm somewhat better able to remember what happened last week than I have been for the past few years, there's still giant holes. So there will be times where I will be like, oh, I know this, or I'll get two people confused or things. Also, because it's mythology, it changes. There's multiple versions of things. So we may have disagreements, or I may misremember, and I may even be really sad if it turns out that I misremember something. So please bear with me. So Hades, now that we've done the whole preamble, I figured this game is not going to count on me knowing things, but I'm going to be asking all of the rest of you, like, wait, isn't that so-and-so? So I don't know if his name is Zagreus or what. Look, I don't do makeup, but I totally did like yellow, orange, and red eyeshadow in honor of our boy here in Hades, I guess. Um, so I have no idea who he is. Hades isn't supposed to have a kid. Hades and Persephone don't have a kid that I can think of offhand. So I like the fact that he's got like fire and like soot, like ash going on. That he's got like a Kerberos. It's not Cerberus, it's Kerberos. And maybe they'll say Cerberus in this game, but it's supposed to be like a K sound, not a S sound. So Circe, the goddess, or nymph, Kirky is actually how you're supposed to say her name, apparently. So just looking at his character design here, I mean, like, so there's not the strong association between the world of the dead and hell having fire in it. So him being like fiery, I assume that those are supposed to be fiery sparkles. Like fire is not necessarily something that I would associate with Hades. But I know this is Hades' kid. Like I know this is Hades' son. Like that's really what I know going into this is that you're Hades' kid, and I think you're trying to leave. But there's again, there's not that strong association there. So, because normally looking at this color scheme, I would be like, this is clearly meant to be fire and ash, but it's not a fire and ash character that I know of. So perhaps the grayness has to do with the lack of life and living in the land of the dead. But he does have his crown of leaves. Fun fact, the name Laurel, or Lauren, is an offshoot of the name Laurel. So it's a crown of laurel leaves, also known as victory. So that's the meaning of my name. He's got right there on his head. No, I would expect something of his mother in him, and I don't see it. Unless there's like being leaves, but even then, they're not green. So I'm like, oh, hi, Forest of Seasons. Thanks for dropping by. And hi, I'm sorry. I realize like when I do the preamble thing, I don't talk as much to people. I'm more like talking at everybody, but we will have more interaction as we play the game. So thank you all for being here and joining me on this first ever Hades playthrough. Thank you for sitting through the preamble, and now we're going to get to the game. No, it's interesting because, like, we're just going to look at his character design for a minute here. He's got a whole bunch of skulls, but they're kind of, like, cartoony instead of creepy. But nothing about his design makes me think of Persephone, except, I guess, whatever his, like, tunic thing is, kind of almost looks like it has, like, wheat sheaf thing going on. But that would be more Demeter than Persephone. So I don't know. The green thing on his sword. I'm not seeing much Persephone, which is interesting. Yes, and for anybody who actually speaks Greek or knows these actual pronunciations, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me here. But yeah, we'll see if the game and I disagree on pronunciations. That will be an adventure. All right. Shall we dive in? Shall we go? Shall we hit the button and see what is happening here? Oh, I suppose I should pick a save slot. Hell mode, that does not sound like what I want. Alright.
Few tales are told of Hades.
Voice acting.
Whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Oh, music. Oh my god.
Goodbye, Father.
Okay, so they're telling me right now.
To hell with this place.
Okay, so right off the bat, Zagreus is a teenager. Like, even if he's not a teenager, he's a teenager. Sorry, teenagers. There's a way that you're like, you're not even my real dad, and I'm going home. A voice volume should go up? Okay, hold on. Let's change the settings, the volume settings. Okay, so we'll turn... That's Darren Korb with his falsetto. Okay. So, right off the bat, we've got a sassy teenager who's like peace out, Dad. I'm out of here. Which is something that I think many of us can perhaps relate to. They've let me know what their take on Hades is. This is essential because their take on Hades is not necessarily the universal take on Hades. And so in order to position ourselves, we have to set aside our pre-existing expectations and understandings of who Hades is. We will take who Hades in the game Hades is. Who is this over here? Can I talk to it? No, but I can hit it. Can I just beat the door up? I'm out of what? Look at me, I'm glowy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay, here's my regular attack, maybe. What is this? I am familiar with the rivers of Hades. Okay, so the Styx is... Okay, so Lethe or Leth is the one that makes you forget things. And the Styx is like the last... I'm trying to remember exactly all of them. But the other two, like Acheron, I know the name, but I cannot remember what those two are. But I know that the Leth or Lethe is the forgetfulness, which is the one... Which is the one... Yes, okay, I was about to ask Soup, which is the one that Achilles gets dumped in? Because that's... Yeah. Oh, yes, so I have been told that this is a very gay game, which I'm very excited about. Because, like, I'm like, well, Achilles is going to have to show up or be referenced. And Patroclus might be as well. Be very exciting. Good friends. Good friends. Thank you, homophobic scholarship. Yeah. So I'm really curious to see what else they're gonna do with who else. But I'm excited about this. And I'm actually curious because this is going to be my first time revisiting the Greek gods since I came out. And I'm curious if that's going to affect my take on things and how I feel. So we're going to go on a journey as Lauren and as Zagreus. Zigzaggy, zagzaggy, zag-zig. I'm going to have to give this kid a really dumb nickname. Okay, so are you my friends? Oh, there's hands coming out of the ground. I probably don't want to get touched by those. Hi! Are we friends or enemies? Okay, we're not any of those. Can I step into the ground? Okay. The shades are just chilling. Oh, can I go out here? You're like standing here all emo. Yes! I can do property destruction. Folks, property damage has been determined. I'm just gonna... Okay, I'm sorry. But if I'm gonna get out of... Oh, I'm getting... Wait, am I supposed to get rid of those? I mean, they weren't doing anything to me. My usual policy is to not mess with anything that doesn't mess with me. But if I can wreck my dad's stuff on the way out... Well... Don't worry. Zagreus, honey. We are going to smash your dad's place. So much. Yeah. Oh! Ah! Oh, I'm going to like this kid, aren't I?
How careless of me.
Is Zagreus going to be my sassy son? Hey, if you think it took me a long time to leave the first room in this game, you should have watched my replay of the very beginning of Undertale last year. Proceed. Okay, that's this button. Ha! I smashed it. They're gonna have things that I have to fight soon.
Stop me.
Don't, no, that's a really bad idea to say something like that. Do I have a roll? I need a roll button. I'm like trying to hit my roll button. No, to be fair, my first time through Undertale wasn't that long. That was my second time. Oh, no, okay. No, my first time through Undertale took me forever to get through because I, like, literally backtracked halfway across the game. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I should know who or what any of these are. Like, we're in Tartarus. Oh, now I'm getting Tartarus and Tantalus confused. Do you have a respawner? Is this like Gauntlet? Why are there more of you coming? Are there waves? I guess we'll figure it out. Thank you. Okay, Tantalus is the guy in Tartarus. Thank you. Okay, I have a health bar. I should probably pay attention to that. What is that? Oh, it's a bad guy. I feel like that's probably going to be the way things are.
There she is.
What?
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh my god. Her? Is this going to be his mom?
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Yes, I can turn the game audio up. Okay, Athena. Oh, this is complicated. Oh, Athena's giving me a choice of what I want to get from her. Okay. I like Athena. It's interesting, though. Athena is an interesting choice. Like, I mean, I guess cousin Athena? Yes, cousin. Cousins. We're cousins. Because I was going to call her Aunt Athena, but that's not correct. Divine protection and unconquerable strength. This looks complicated. Okay. Strike. Phalanx. Shot. Is a divine dash. Attack. This looks like this makes your attack do more. That seems like that's probably a good choice. Ah, okay, yeah, because there's him, and then there's, what's his name? Push the thing up the hill guy. Push the rock up the hill. Sisyphus, yes. And there's one other. There's the water, or is that also Sisyphus? Okay. Ixion? Isn't that the name of... The water one is Tantalus. Okay, thank you. Alright. See, this is good though. This is exciting stuff. Yeah. Oh man. So it sounds like his cousins are going to be conspiring to rescue him. I wonder if the older generation is going to be in on it too. That is where the word tantalizing comes from, yes. It's actually, knowing, like, mythology will actually help you understand some, like, language roots and etymologies. It's almost like language and culture are interconnected, and language evolves over time. It's just so cool. Oh my god. Arachne. I liked Arachne. I felt bad for her. Well, it makes sense because French is a romance language, so this is music. Yeah. Don't go bragging that anything of yours is better than anything of the gods. That is an invitation to disaster. I'm gonna go with this because it sounds easier.
Goddess, but thank you.
He's so serious, except when he's sassing. Okay, I already smashed that to maximum smash. Okay. My sword was pretty glowy to begin with, but I guess it got glowier. I'm sorry we can't have this on a higher resolution where you'd see more in the screen, but unfortunately I can't fit it on my... Oh. Can't fit it all on my screen. Okay, you can see plenty?
Do not mess with me right now.
Oh, he's so serious. Okay, so I don't know if, like... Okay, so my guess... I don't know what their Hades is like, but my guess is that Zagreus was like, I want to leave, and Hades is like, I have control issues and don't want anyone leaving. And that's the origin of their fight. But it's also possible... Ah! I've gotten so much better at video games. I need like a dodge button that I actually learn to use someday. What I need is a wait, what just happened? Hold on, what? That was cool. I threw my thing. I'm gonna throw it at you. Ha! Oh, but that's bad because I can't get it back. Oh. Well, sass pants. I need a roll button. My gaming strategy hinges on being able to roll. I also have to smash literally everything that can be smashed. What is with the hands, Hades? What is with the hands? Huh? What is up with hands? That's kind of weird. But yeah, no, so my guess is that Hades is like, I'm sad and lonely and don't have a lot here, and Persephone is only here for half the year, so, like, you don't get to leave me. You're mine. And Zagreus is like, no, I'm a grown-ass adult. Oh, I'm sorry, I just swore on stream! No! Anyway. It's dangerous, lowering my guard, letting myself swear about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Next thing you know, I'm just gonna be a potty mouth on stream. But I'm not gonna hit this. What is going on with that? It's like, it's a heart? It looks like it's a heart with a dude flexing on it. Flexing heart. Man, he really needs some help with the interior design in here. Is that another hand? Are you a bad guy? Ah! I hope I don't have to fight Kerberos. Wait. Wait. Come here. Come on, buddy. Come here. No, come here. Come on. Come here, buddy. Come on. No. Come here, come on. Come here, buddy. Come on. Yoo-hoo. I have played Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. And you definitely would rather the enemy drop on those than you. Alright. Oh, something's little. That's gonna make it hard. Oh. Okay, hold on. No, that's not good. Man, they sure did not make this a very hospitable place, which I imagine is probably part of the point. How did I throw my thing again? Was it this button? No. Is it this button? Yes! Okay. But I can't do it again until I retrieve my thing. Now I can retrieve my thing. Oh, it is a heart. But I guess that's not flexing. I guess it's a centaur. Okay. Okay, so I got... Oh, max life. Nice. Okay, hold on. We gotta wreck some stuff. Oh, do I have choices of where to go? No, I don't. Oh, come on. You can't have things here and not let me smash them. You've already established that I have the power to smash things. Okay. This is my... What is this? Okay, so this is like... So I know from playing an MMO that this is what we call an AoE, an area of effect. And don't tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm enjoying feeling right. Yeah! Just property damage all the way. Amazing. Take that, Dad. I feel like it's actually going to be canonical in-game for my reaction to things to be take that, Dad. And I'm really excited about that because I will absolutely do that even if I don't have a dad that I'm yelling at. Alright, I guess I broke everything there was to break. I guess I'm going to have to go over here. Amazing. Oh man, do you hear that percussion? God, he's so good. Darren Korb is like no one else, but he's like an absolutely incredible composer.
Louds.
Oh. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something there shot a laser beam, and I don't like that. That sounded like there's another one over here. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. Smash the pottery. Oops, that wasn't good. That was not the move I meant to do.
They absorbed my blow.
Ah!
The underworld's power.
He has so much to say.
I'm hurt. Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. So you don't recover health easily. Okay, so that must be how the whole, like... Because I know that you die and come back and die and come back, which is a thing in roguelikes that I really don't like. So, you might say to yourself, the reason why Lauren doesn't like roguelikes is because they're hard. You would be wrong, actually. The reason why Lauren doesn't like roguelikes, I enjoy forward progression. I am not interested in gameplay for gameplay's sake. Like, even like games that I play that are like gameplay for gameplay's sake, there's some other reason, whether it's a game that I'm playing with friends or it's like an exercise thing that I'm doing or something like that. But I don't like games without a forward progression towards like a story end, which is why addictive gameplay doesn't work on me. Like I played an MMO and I played it once a month, maybe twice a month, until I got to a story part that I actually was interested in, and then I upgraded to playing once a week. Now you can watch me on Wednesday nights play through We're Almost at Stormblood in Final Fantasy XIV. But like people get addicted to MMOs. I don't. Like the gameplay is not like it's fine, it's fun. I'm excited that I kind of know some things, but I'm not like I'm not motivated by the gameplay. I want to see what happens next in the story. And so when I heard that in Hades, dying does like you get more story stuff, amazing. That gives me incentive to play through because yes, smashing things with my sword is fun, but that's not enough to get me to play a game. Like I don't really have much interest in games that don't have some sort of driving story thing to figure out. So that's why it wasn't that I was like necessarily just that I was like, oh, I'm willing to play a hard game because it's got story. The fact that it has story makes it a game that I would want to play. The fact that the story happens the more you play the game, and that factors in the fact that you're going to die a whole lot. That's exciting and cool. Yeah, and like that's not something that I personally find fun. Oh my god, these little guys have little exclamation. Oh wait. Oh yeah, this is yeah. This is when you do that. See, I know to do that. Because I play an MMO now. No! I'm gonna die. No! I need a dash. or a roll. Oh. Oh! Oh, thank goodness. This is the most Bastion sounding song we've had so far. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Jeez. Yeah. Take out the little guys. Take out the little guys. Don't die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Oh my god, the music is so good. Oh my god, I have 2 health.
I should press on. Keep going for a bit.
Oh, there's multiple ways to go. Dangerous. I can't make decisions. Okay, so sorry, we gotta smash everything now. So I'm gonna have to report back to my Final Fantasy XIV friends that I am better at this game also because of playing that game. It's almost as though video games require skills to play, and as you develop those skills and cultivate your own innate abilities as well, you get better at all games. Like, hand-eye coordination gets better with practice. Spatial reasoning apparently gets better with practice. Who knew? I'm never going to stop talking about that. Strategy. Being able to process what you see and knowing what you're supposed to do. You build on the skills that you've developed over other games, and then you further develop them in the game that you're in right now. So, for example, I understand the concept of an AoE now, which I didn't before I played Final Fantasy XIV and got to know it better. So I'm able to strategize and be like, there's a bunch of little things, so I'll do the AoE to take out the little things. And, like, it worked. That was a good strategy. I didn't die. I had 2 health left, but I did it. HPs. I don't know what they're going to call them in this game. Which way do I want to go? Okay, so this one has a skull on it? What do you say?
Exit has its own reward.
Oh, thank you, Zagreus, because I was wondering. Fortunately, he's chatty, too. Okay. That one looks like a clock. That one looks like... Oh, that looks like a treasure bag, like monies. This looks like a compass, actually. Let's go with this. I have no idea. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no! God, listen to those guitars! Oh jeez, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. They can dash. I can dash. Get out of there! Get out of there! Sorry, I'm gonna be really loud. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to be so loud. Oh my god, is there another one? Did you recover health? I don't think you should be allowed to do that. Wrong button. Wrong button. This one. Okay. Dash is your feet. Dash is your feet. That's the one on the bottom. Are they recovering health? You little butts, I think you might be. Oh, wait, that's my, whatever my red thing is. I want my red thing. Okay, I killed one of them, I think. Oh, jeez.
Anyone else?
He's such a little sass pants. Cute little sass pants. Oh, I love this child. He's not actually a child. Just as little anyone else. Amazing. Well, okay, so I get a boost to my player skill when I am low on health. This has been proven again and again in games. Oh my god, so was that a mini boss? Was that a boss? The music got super intense. Oh, very exciting. Okay. Shall I accept this? Let's see. I wonder if this is going to be a message from another one of my cousins?
Hear me on my authority.
Okay, so it's still Athena. Pretty much Yomavai. Like, and especially like if your health drops below like 15%. Oh, man. That was intense. I'm going to drink some water. All right. So he is done with this. He's done with everything. He's just mad. He's just like, I love his like anyone else. Just like, I'm just like, oh my god, okay. No wonder Athena is the one who's helping him. Remember what I said at the beginning of the stream where I was like, Athena and I both have a weakness for the same kind of sassy dude? Or sassy sass pants? Like Odysseus? Like Athena's just like, oh my god, I love this one. This one is mine. And everyone else is like, we're so mad at him. He keeps making a mess of things and getting tangled up and stuff. And she's like, you can't kill him. He's my favorite. Oh my god. I do like Athena. But so like obviously she likes the, I'm gonna say another swear because the best, I mean I guess I could just call him a smart mouth. Smart mouth. You know what I'm trying to say. Athena and I both have a huge weakness for that kind of person or character. So that's why she's, at least I'm headcanoning based on my knowledge of, but it's not a smarty pants, because a smarty pants there's a difference between a smarty pants and a smart mouth. So smarty pants kind of thinks they know better. Smart mouth is the person who mouths off. It's okay. It's Odysseus having to shout his name back after he has blinded the giant because he can't stand not being known. I relate, Odysseus. I relate. That was a bad move. You did not need to make Poseidon angry with you. Oh man, the Odyssey is grand. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of this. Just me randomly spouting things that are somewhat remembered from mythology and stuff. So yeah. Wait, Zagreus is Darren Korb? Really? I'll have to take another listen to him. What does rare mean? Don't ask. I'll wait until the game will tell me. Okay. Cast. Press the B button for a powerful ranged attack. Retrieve your red thing. It is bad decisions, the epic. So the thing is, part of what makes that kind of character great is that they talk their way into and out of trouble all the time. They just can't keep their mouths shut, but then they're also really clever and good with words and good with people, so they can talk their way out of problems too. Sometimes they have to talk their way out of problems that they talked themselves into it. I'm like, there wasn't even a problem there until you made it a problem. That's amazing. Amazing. Anyway, I really like characters like that too much. It's really bad. I think I would be that if I could. It's probably for everyone's... It's the best for everyone that I don't quite have that. I have too much anxiety. To be a mythological smartass. You know? Like, if you're agonizing over the possible consequences of every word that comes out of your mouth, that doesn't stop me from saying a lot of things. But it does stop me from, I'm sorry, there's nothing else quite gets at that. Can I like buy myself like the ability to say one swear while playing this game and have it be that, because I bet it's going to be relevant again. I hope so. No, because so I talk about how I'm a socially anxious extrovert, because I'm like, socially anxious introverts are like, oh, that would be dumb, I shouldn't say it. Socially anxious extroverts are like, oh, that was dumb, I shouldn't have said it. But I feel like that is the thing that is holding me back from this. From being that. In only like certain circumstances, when my brain is like in like activated like fast mode, so like hypomania or something like that, then I can do it. I can do the words, I can keep up with it, I can have like the clever things and yes. It's really great. It's a great feeling, but there's other stuff that's tied into that just try to proceed with caution when that happens, but it's very appealing. I like being like that. Not swearing reduces your swear cooldown. Yeah, maybe so. So part of the reason why I don't swear on stream is because I want to make sure that it's like a relatively like clean place, like as far as like, because sometimes minors hang out, and don't think that this means that I think that kids and teenagers don't swear or write and read naughty stories. I remember being a teenager. I know what my friends were up to. But I, as the adult, have to follow a stricter pattern of behavior. But also I find that not swearing tends to bring with it certain like cultural tendencies as far as like the emphasis on kindness and positivity that I kind of want to lean towards. If you tell people they can't swear willy-nilly, and then I don't swear and we kind of set that culture, it kind of brings the rest with it. So all that to say that if I really, really want to refer to Odysseus and Zagreus, and we'll see who else shows up as smartasses on my stream, I will. All right, so I guess I have to choose one of these. Oh, I like this. This is a fencer thing. Oh, no, I don't want this. No. Deflecting? I'm not going to do that. No deflecting. No, wait, no, wait. Does this mean I have to do this one first? Oh, man. This is perfect, though, because, okay, I'm just getting a lot of mileage out of that word. So, smartasses deflect, and they duel with their words. But if you can also have them duel with a sword, it's even better. And if they're doing both at once, it's incredible. Okay. But I did my buttons. Blessing to the gray-eyed daughter of the king of the Olympians. Yes! Oh, what are they, Kernings? Is that, no, that's Nordic. What's the word for that then? Epithet. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Which is funny how that has changed the meaning from what it originally meant to like the common usage today. Like, because language is a living, breathing thing that evolves over time as cultures change, new people come and go. It's amazing. Also, I think somebody Santidipi, Santi, welcome for following. I feel like I should say that now and own it with dignity. Yes, I meant that. Welcome for following. No, kerning is space between texts, but no. There is another meaning to kerning that wasn't about text, I don't think. Canning. That's it. Thank you, Chrono. That's what I was trying to say. You got me. All right. Anyway, I have to figure out which one of these I want. Oh my god. Everyone, Chrono just made an unacceptable pun that must be punished. I don't know how or what that means, but I have decided that is what must occur. Yes, actually, mnemonic devices do work very well for me. Mnemonic, that word comes from the Greek god of memory? I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Oh, man. Oh, you don't want Kenny to Street Fighter you. Kenny is very good at things. All right. Goddess, thank you. Okay, that's one of the like extended cast. I don't know them so well, like tertiary gods and goddesses. Unless there's something that I'm particularly interested in, I probably don't know them all so well. Let's see. Okay, so I haven't yet figured out. Deflect. Oh, okay. All right. So phalanx shot is I think that's when I throw my sword. Okay, no, I know who Eris is. Not Aerith, like, from Final Fantasy VII, but Eris, like, Eris, Eris, goddess of discord. So I had an apple for dinner, and I was joking about that on Twitter leading up to playing this game, and I was like, don't eat the seeds. Haha, that's funny, because, see, Persephone ate the seeds, and that's why she was trapped for half the year in the underworld. But also, I was thinking, apples are bad news. Generally, you do not want to be offered an apple or have to deal with an apple in mythology. Because the golden apple of discord is not so good. And then there's what's her name with her suitors and the golden apples that she threw. I bet she was gay. Trying to get out of being married to someone. No, not Helen. So the thing with Helen of Troy, is Helen of Troy was not actually offered an apple. Helen of Troy was the result of the appling. Atlanta! Yes! That is the one. The runner. Yes. Oh, was that... Wait, no, I thought she was the one who threw apples to distract. Oh, no, that's right. The person who wanted to marry her threw the apples and she was distracted. Yes. No, I thought that she was trying to get out of marrying. Maybe I'm getting some different things smashed together in my head. But yeah, because she was the runner, and she was like, I won't marry anyone unless they can outrun me. So some guy was like, I really want to marry her. So he would like throw these cool things, and she would like stop to pick them up. Right? Yeah, apples in general are bad news, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I dug it around in there. I guess not always bad, depending on the myths, but she was raised by a bear. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Man. I should have teamed up with Artemis to get out of that. And be the like, let's not get married to loser dudes. You know who I am mad at? Perpetually mad at? Apollo. I'm always mad at Apollo. I don't like hate him the way I hate Ares, but I'm always mad at Apollo because Artemis is my girl. She's my... I haven't played Baten Kaitos, but my sister is obsessed with it, so I may at some point play it. My sister figured out a way to bring a game... She made a GameCube portable, the portable TV, and a portable power thing, and brought it on a plane so she could play Baten Kaitos. So she really likes it. It's a fun story to tell. So this one... Okay, I'm going to throw... This is when I throw my sword, I think. Yeah. Really, the only one of the three brothers, really, that's worth knowing is Hades. And apparently in this game, he's a jerk, too. So, and granted, we're looking at this from the point of view of Zagreus, who very much is not pleased with his dad. So maybe his dad doesn't suck overall. He's just, they're having familial conflict. Hey, Lissa! Well, welcome. I'm excited that you're here. I'm running my mouth about Greek mythology, and postponing having to make a decision about deflecting. I don't want to have to deflect. I don't know what button deflects. This game is gonna make me learn to block, isn't it? That had better be the like X button or something. No, it's gonna be one of these. It's gonna be one of these buttons. I am trying to deflect, having to deflect. Well, so phalanx shot here. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. Is it phalanx? Phalanx? Only really read words in books, and that doesn't teach you how to pronounce them. So this looks like your sword knocks things. Phalanx, okay. Hook shot. If it were a hook shot, it's, you know, then that would be different. Hey, Audio Yo. If it were a hook shot. What if I get a hook shot in this game? I don't even know what I would do with it or why I would need it, but I want it. I want a hook shot. All right. I've decided I want a hook shot. Zagreus, we're going to get a hook shot. Or else I'm just going to decide that something is a hook shot. Okay. So this is when you throw your sword, it can also knock things back. That's very dramatic. I like that. I do really like that that's quote 1,000. I do like hook shots a lot. Okay, your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. This seems like this matches up with something else that's deflecting. But I haven't made anything else deflect, maybe. I'm just going to do this because this has deflection as kind of like a secondary thing, so I don't have to actively do it. Oh. My basic attacks deflect. Oh, I just thought that the first boon that I found made my damage numbers get bigger, which is why I picked it, because it sounded like the most straightforward. Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, this is also a thing that also happens randomly, right? Like this is another thing. This is passive. Passives. Passive. Look at me. Look at me using the language of gaming. I'm so proud of myself. Yes, this is my second Athena. Okay. We're going to do it.
Athena's power.
So Athena is sending goodie bags to me. But I cannot send a message. I can't send her thank you cards. I have to destroy everything. Oh, yes, this is another thing to smash. Okay, have I smashed everything that can be smashed? That thing hadn't been smashed. Okay. Okay, right. Okay, so in order to remember buttons, because buttons are super, 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 super hard for me. Oh, I'm leaving marks on the floor. Oh, that's awesome. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. It says hi. All right, smile for the camera, Zagreus. I'm so glad the chat says hi back. This is amazing. You guys are wonderful. So in order to remember the buttons, I have to like be able to be like, this is in my head through something. Oh, that would be so great. If he like could like write a thing back and Athena like looks down and is like, I can't go down there, but I see he just scratched high into the bottom of hell for me. It's not hell. It's Hades. It's the land of the dead. It's not the same. But so this one right here is dashing. Dashing is a move that you do with your feet. And it's the button on the bottom of the controller. You know what is on the bottom of your body? Your feet. Thank you. I'll be here all day teaching you basic anatomy lessons. I'm really good at that. So, yeah, so those of you who watched me play, well, because the dash is an attack, which is a thing they kind of did in Transistor. What was the dash move called in that? Jaunt. Jaunt. It's a great word. Great word. So when I was playing Dark Souls, I struggled really hard with a lot because that game is hard, but it was like the first game in my entire life that I did not struggle with the buttons. And that is because your left hand okay. I don't know. Am I mirrored? Hold on. Am I mirrored? Okay, I am. All right. Okay. So, well, okay, left side. Left hand, left buttons. Right hand, right buttons. Like your two moves for this hand, your two moves for this hand. It was amazing. It was the most intuitive thing. So I tend to, when given the option, map the jump button to the top of the controller. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because when you jump, you go up. And you know what? The top button, it's up on the controller. Oh, I'm so full of knowledge. So this I'll be able to remember, which is good because this is the thing that's going to keep me from dying the most. Oh, it reset. It reset. I cut enough of the floor that it reset. Well. Oh, I messed up. Okay. So this is just swiping and this is throw. Why is... Okay. When you throw something, it goes away past the outside. What button is on the outside? If you were to throw, it would come from here. So the button on the outside makes things go away from you. Aye! Oh, I thought that was a bad guy, but it was just my red thing. I'm going to give my red thing a name. I haven't decided what I'm going to name it yet, but I'm going to name it. Okay, this is a jump. It's a jump. I mean, I'm jumping. It's just that I'm jumping immediately so I can hit the ground, but that's a jump. So it's fine. We're good. Okay, what about these? Why do I have an X over my head? Okay, those don't seem to do anything. Can I, like... Oh, it goes farther! That's farther than it went before. It's like blood. That's liquid that's coming behind it. That's blood. Gross. Okay, well, we're gonna proceed. Watch me die immediately once I get out here. Oh no! Thank you, Zagreus, for letting me know. Eek! Okay, that... Right, run away, Lauren, run away. At least when you run through things, you do damage. What? What are you sassing me about? Oh, I deflected something. No! No, 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 no. No!
All clear.
What is that? Gain a
Well,
key?
I can use this.
Probably on that door. Oh, on either door. Well, we're probably going to die soon, but in the meantime, I have a whopping 7 HPs out of 100. So I think we're doing great here. Like, life expectancy is good. Excuse me, do you mind? They're just like hanging out watching. Okay, this one has a key. And that one doesn't. So I'm going to do the key one. All right.
Numbskulls.
You know, it's not very kind to. No! No, no, no! No, no, no! No, no, no! No, 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 no! I think I did pretty well. Oh my god.
Damn it.
Oh my god. He
I'm
just
home.
comes out of.
Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, I love him. I love him. Oh my god. He's 150% the type of character that I just am absolutely. Oh my.
Not here.
What is it that you're trying now to do?
Oh my god, is it darkness from a legend? Hi. Just run right through them. I'm very rude. You look adorable. Wait. You can hear Darren Corb's very distinctive guitar sound. Oh.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Oh my god. You're adorable.
Some of us more than others.
I can't talk more to you. Okay.
Back already.
Dad. Kerberos! Oh, this is the most important thing in the game.
He's a good boy.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Can I pet the other head? Oh.
If I
No.
don't pet your other heads, don't bite my arm off. Deal?
Well, one of them is snoozing, so you don't want to wake that one up. Oh my god! Oh, it makes cute doggy noises. What a good doggy. Okay, I'm gonna talk to my doggy.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the
Cerberus.
underworld prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
Okay, so we have a narrator. Glorious. So I knew that they were going to be able to write somebody sassy because the Transistor and Transistor is marvelously sassy, and so is Red too, although you don't hear what she says very often. And I know that they do well with narrators because they did wonderful work with a narrator in Bastion. Like a lot of the strength of like Bastion like rode on the shoulders of how good the narration was. I mean, I assume the gameplay was good too. I was playing with we're watching somebody play it who didn't enjoy the gameplay, but I didn't play it. So I don't know what I would think of the gameplay, but a lot of what made it so good. I mean, obviously the music was amazing and it had this feeling of a world, but the writing and the performance of the narration. And then there's also the like complicated political and interpersonal situation going on with Zulf and Zia? Is that her name? But they tend to have relatively small casts with really like tight focus on their characters' emotions, despite it not being a very emotion story driven game. That's usually the way that they do things. So right off the bat here we have more characters talking than I would normally expect from a Supergiant game, but we have an entire pantheon of cousins, because I'm assuming, until proven otherwise, I'm assuming that Zeus and Poseidon, who for some reason I keep trying to call Poseidon Leviathan, which is completely wrong, but I've been playing Final Fantasy lately. But I'm assuming that Zeus and Poseidon are staying out of this one. We'll see if they do. So I'm just assuming it's the cousins. It's just all the cousins, which is great. I want it to be the cousins. They're the ones I care about. Like, sorry, dudes. Sorry, dads. Nobody likes you. Go away. So Kerberos. I'm sorry. I'm going to call him Kerberos, and the game will call him Cerberus, and we're just going to have to agree to disagree. As long as you can live with that disconnect.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
Oh. Okay, he's my doggy. He's my doggy. There are good dads in things. Are there... Odysseus is a good dad. He does his best. I mean, granted, he misses a lot of Telemachus' life, but when he gets back home, then he's a good dad. And he and Telemachus murder a bunch of dudes together, but it's family bonding time. I do really like Thancred. Sorry, Dan. Yeah, well, like I said, though, I think that Odysseus is actually a pretty decent dad, all things considered. And there are a few other good dads, but there's a lot of bad ones. Zeus is not a good dad. To be fair, though, if you consider the line that Zeus is descended from, every dad is a little less bad than the dad who came before him. Zeus only ate sort of one of his... I mean, he only consumed... Only one consuming of somebody was associated with a child of his, instead of him just eating all of them. So, he could be worse. No, he didn't absorb his wife. He played a game with her. Because he knew that she was supposed to have... He didn't want her to have a child that would overthrow him, because that's kind of how these things went. So instead of, like, going to counseling, like, getting family therapy and, like, working through his issues so his kids wouldn't want to murder him, he instead tricked his first wife, Rhea, into taking the form of a fly, and then he swallowed her. And so that's why Athena was born inside his head. And so he, like, was having this horrible headache that wouldn't go away because Rhea was making... That's Rhea, right? Or is Rhea his mom? I might be getting these names mixed up. But anyway, she was hammering away making Athena's armor inside his skull. So he was like, I can't handle this anymore. So he goes to Hephaestus, the god of the forge, who I did not pronounce that name Hephaestus when I was a kid, but I've been corrected. Okay, Rhea is his mom. What is his first wife's name? I'm going to kick myself when you tell me, but it's okay. I won't actually kick myself, I promise. But, so Hephaestus cracks open Zeus' skull, and out springs Athena, fully formed. Amazing mantis. Oh! Yes. I knew I was going to kick myself. Thank you, Loki. Also, hi, Angry Nerdbird. I got distracted. Yeah, so Zeus is not as bad a dad as some of his predecessors. So... there are games where I'm like, oh, hold on. Oh my God. There's just a bucket of bones for the dog. Just a bucket of bones for the dog. Oh, you're snooze. Oh my God. Look at you go. Snoozersons. Snoozums. Goes right back to sleep. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm the worst. I'm the worst. Oh, I can talk to somebody else. Hold on. You sound nice.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
Do you remember that my old cat was named Nox? Nox is another way of saying Nyx. She was an all-black kitty. Her full name actually was Nox Persephone. because my college roommates and I were nerds. Greek goddess of night. Unfortunately for Nox Persephone was too much name for that cat. She was not the biggest brain. Yes. She's very pretty, and I like that she's got the stars and the moon, now that I see it. And there were those like purple teardrops. I wonder if those things in the doorways, because there was one of the doorways that had a purple teardrop that looks like her purple teardrop. I wonder if you get a thing or something dependent on, I don't know. The art is super pretty. The character designs are really nice, and I'm expecting that once people can do things in person again, there's going to be a bazillion Hades cosplayers. As it is, there's just, the reason why I'm playing this game now is because I had to very carefully tap dance around spoilers because the internet lost its mind over this game last year. So, okay, so Nyx is on my side. She wants me to be able to escape. She knows what's going on. She knows about Athena.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
She's terrifying. Like just the like not like dismissive in a like an intentional way, but like a dismissive in an I am so above like I am not like nothing here can touch me is what the risk is not to me phrasing. Not even self-assured. It goes beyond self-assurance. Like, this is the sort of dialogue that I would expect a god to say to a mortal. I'm a god, so she's bigger than that. She is really cool. And that the way that this is written does establish like a bit about her and the role that she plays here. So, and her like, are we understood? She's scary. I want to see if there's anyone else I can talk to. Look at that. There's a tree. Oh, there's a tree. That must be my mom's garden. Cuz I don't see any other trees. She's got to be around here somewhere. I can sit in a chair. Oh, I've seen fan art of him.
I won't want to get back up.
Relax, question mark. You don't even have the option. Okay. I'm not talking to Dad yet. I want to go look at everything else first.
You've returned. Good to see you, lad. Despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
Okay, this game just got 100% more gay because Achilles is in it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Achilles. Achilles is a brat. Usually. But it looks like their take on Achilles is not going to be a brat. He's really cool looking. The character design here actually kind of makes me think of Valkyrie Profile, which is a compliment. Valkyrie Profile has some of the coolest character designs I have ever seen in my entire life. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if there was some inspiration from that. So, but wait, if Achilles is here, where's Patroclus?
And fear is for the weak.
Oh!
Take care, Achilles.
Okay, so these guys are pals. So this is the Hall of the Gods in Hades, like the House of Hades, instead of just like where dead people go hang out. So Patroclus is not cool enough. He's not a demigod, so he doesn't get to hang out here. Oh, that sucks for them. Achilles, what are you doing here instead of charging out there to go find your boyfriend? Maybe that's why he's cheering me on. Because he can't go find his boyfriend. But he wants somebody to go and do something. Don't tell me. That's not actually a question. I don't know if Patroclus is going to show up in the story. I assume he will, though, because, like... Maybe he won't, but you're... It's a locked door. Is that Styx? Is Styx a river of blood? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even try to wake you up that time. What else? Oh, hello. What are you up to?
How goes it, Shanes?
Carpenter named Leander. Cause of death, root collapse. What? Roof collapse. Okay. Who did they say that was? Leander? I feel like I'm missing something there. Oh.
House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
That's a nice way of putting it.
You know I can hear you, old man.
Oh my god, my character hears the narrator and will sass at him. Amazing. 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 I'm happy. I'm happy now. I want to knock things over. Excuse me. I'm trying to destroy things. That's very in character. Oh. Oh, wait, I just realized. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, look, look. Look, look. When I do the dash, I go through things, but I can't go through things if I'm just walking. But I can if I'm dashing. Whoa. Whoa. Amazing. What are these things? That looks like a thing that you would cook in. That looks like a good drum. That's definitely a tree. Pottery. A basket. And, oh, look at that. It's an urn of bones. That looks like somebody's Halloween decorations. Hades! Hades, excuse me. You need a new interior designer. Okay. We're gonna talk to Dad. He's a zigzag. Oh my god. Discipline Daddy, that's amazing. Well done. And Dismay, man, you're both very funny. Very good lines.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
I immediately, okay, I take back anything I said about this possibly just being Zagreus's, like, interpretation of I want to get out. My dad is being a little bit possessive and controlling. You don't call your children stupid, no matter what. You just don't do that. You don't do that. And the way he says it, this is not the first time he said that. He's got another one of those goofy skulls with some gems. Yeah, his facial hair is pretty dramatic. And then he's got his big old, like, skull thingy on here. See, these are definitely not Mom's then if Dad's got the same thing.
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Oh my god. I love him. I love him so much. Yeah, no, he looks a lot like his dad.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Maybe he wouldn't want to get to the surface if you were a better father. Have you ever thought about the fact that perhaps trying to control someone into doing something is less effective than perhaps making it actually a thing that they genuinely want to do? Hades, you need to work on your interpersonal skills.
What is it now? I've a mountain of infernal parchment work.
I'm going to annoy you so much. No?
Out of my sight now. Go.
Nothing for me here.
Oh. Zacharias won't let me do that. Ah, fair. Fair. Okay. All right, Nyx. She must have opened the door for me to be able to leave. And made the first...
Hello, I'm back.
Oh, it's my bedroom.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Again, if you were to, like, motivate him to want to clean his room, that's better than trying to yell at him. Trying to control the only room in his entire life that he has any control himself over. So the only way he can assert his independence as a person and his selfhood is by refusing to clean his room. Like, that's actually a thing. If somebody does not have control over their own life, they will find a way to exert control over something. And there are a lot of ways that can manifest, some of them more self-destructive than others. But, like, this right here is not just, and I don't know that they're thinking about it this way. They might just be like, he's like, F you, Dad. I'm really my room a mess. But it's clear that Hades does not give him authority or power or respect or trust him. Like, and this isn't like Hades is now mad that he's been trying to run away for a while. If he's been trying to run away for a while, I don't know if this is like his first time trying to run away or if he's been doing it for a while and we just kind of like jumped in at this point. Maybe we'll find out. Like it seems to me that Hades, it seems to me like Hades perhaps is not loving or good or kind. So we can put away all of the fanon interpretations of Hades as Persephone's really awkward boyfriend who's not good with people and generally takes care of the dead and doesn't know how to deal with the living, which is sweet and charming. And that I know that's a dynamic people enjoy. I also know there's Hades Town, which is maybe a little closer to this, but still obviously more human, but not, even then he's like, I think kind of like a mob boss type instead of this like dismissive of his own child. Persephone's not here, and I feel her absence, and not like in a, like, I wonder if she's stopped coming to the underworld at all somehow, because I feel like if she spent half of time down here, that we would see something of her, unless Hades is like, well, Persephone isn't here. All that is Persephone must be locked away out of my sight. But I kind of wonder whether Persephone is not like coming back down here, but left her kid, presumably because she had no power to do that, because Persephone does not have the most power in her situation. She's not the most powerful godly figure. But like, as much as this is something that could just be like laughed off as like just like a funny character thing, or just like he doesn't want to be told what to do, like, no, Zagreus is at some sort of a breaking point with like the lack of control over his own life. Like, he can't even end his life, he can't get away, he can't do anything, like, and I suppose if he like just did whatever his father wanted him to do, and could like live in luxury or something like that, then that would be in existence. But, oh, Gilder. Good one. I am a big fan of the Odyssey, of Odysseus in particular, so I appreciate that. So I'm really curious what they're going to be doing with this. If that is what they're going for.
It's not that bad, is it?
It's not, actually. Look at that. It's actually not that bad. It's really not.
Not even tired, thanks.
Okay. He's like, I'm going to sass you. It's a bear, not a lion. Bunch of stuff. Okay, on the wall we have what looks like a Medusa and a bunch of Cyclops heads on that painting poster. Let's get a bunch of books. Creepy candles. parchments and things that I can't smash. Oh, I can't clip through this. Oh, that's a Medusa head. There's a bunch of those. Yeah, well, I think Hades was like, that's why I say like it's like the fanon interpretation of Hades. These days people really enjoy like looking at Hades as a potentially romantic character with Persephone. Like it's a myth that like there's a reason why people keep revisiting that one. It's an interesting thing. But he's like kind of like, you don't want to run into him. He's like scary, but he's not like, he doesn't like delight in the suffering of others. He doesn't mess with people. He's not gonna like screw you over. Oh, but he really doesn't like it when people leave. He really doesn't like it when people leave. Oh, he does not like it when people leave. No, that is a thing. That is a thing I know about old Hades. That is a thing I know about old Hades. Like, let us not forget, obviously, why is my brain blanking? Eurydice and Orpheus. But also, like, people will come down to, like, take somebody or steal things or whatever. Yeah, Hades just, like, loses his mind. Like, there's a... I'm trying to think through. Because there's... Oh... Twitcheroony, thank you for subscribing. Well, then there's somebody like some dude who like came down to try to like steal away Persephone or something like that, and one of them got stuck to a bench, and then while somebody was down here trying to negotiate for something, he like was that Hercules? Somebody super strong, like, tugged the guy up off the bench, and it, like, left part of his thighs behind, and that's why the people from Athens or whatever have skinny thighs. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm gonna call him Hercules, even though I'm gonna talk about... I don't know. Yeah. I refused to watch Disney's Hercules when I was younger, when I was a kid, because I was like, wait, Hera's his mom, and she's sad that he's gone? I refuse to be subjected to this nonsense. Actually, I appreciate just how random and weird it is, but... Yes, okay. Thank you, Chrono. Yeah. Well, Hades has his rules, and specifically... Okay, so Theseus' cousin. Okay, yeah. That's Theseus. Okay. Thank you for filling the holes. Like I said, like, I know this stuff, but, like, there's, like, holes in my memory and understanding. It's just propaganda. That's great. Yes, I remember that, Dosmea. He's like, I'm gonna free both of them. He's like, no, not that guy. That guy stays. You can have the other one. Wow. Watching Hercules every Friday for 4 years. That's amazing. But the ancient Egyptians had a particular relationship with death that was very different. So it's part of what I get really uncomfortable with mythology from cultures that worship death. So there's certain like Mesoamerican cultures that had a certain relationship with death that makes it really uncomfortable, and I have nightmares about their mythology. The same goes for Egyptian mythology. So I never really connected with Egyptian mythology, and Norse mythology was always... I mean, there's always, like, Ragnarok lurking around the corner. Whereas, like, the Greeks it's basically a soap opera. It's basically a soap opera. So, like... To use the mirror to grow stronger? Let's do that. Let's reflect.
Night and darkness guide me.
That's cool. So the thing is, like, he's, like, sassy and funny, but also he's cool. The dialogue is cool when it needs to be cool, and he delivers it well to be cool. Okay, well, maybe it's not that the entire everything was necessarily as built around death, but there's a... When... I should think how to say this. When death is a big deal and not a big deal in a different way, then people's idea of killing or being killed changes too, and it's complicated and uncomfortable for me. If that makes sense. I made it all the way to the bedroom, Hitsuki. We've been going for 2 hours. And I've made it so far. Yeah. Okay. So do I get to decide which of these? Oh, I get to put permanent points up. Okay. I get a little bit of health back when I change rooms. So I know from having watched other people play roguelikes or roguelites that you want to sometimes save these coins to then level up a bigger thing later. Well, Crisis Core taught me to attack things from behind, so I'm going to do that. Cool. Alright, that's all the options I have. Wait, what is that? Hidden inside the Mirror of Night. Or hidden inside you? It's a little bit of sass there. Death Defiance. Oh, very nice. Because this entire game is about defying death. What is that little symbol? Oh my god! Oh my god, do you see? Okay, so Shadow Presence looks like it's a backstabbing knife. Chthonic Vitality is like a little heart with like what looks like a plant growing out of it, which I guess that's Persephone. But then Death Defiance is Zagreus' face scowling, like, you can't tell me what to do. And then Greater Reflex is just an arrow, which is much less exciting, but I'm a big fan of the Death Defiance. Sassy. Look at that sassy. All right. All right. Oh. I have never played a Fire Emblem, so it does not make me think of a Fire Emblem. Okay. Well, let's go.
Okay.
Use button to unlock a weapon.
I can escape through that pink window there.
Oh. Oh, those are the keys are for. That looks like a bow and arrow. I'm going to sit on my key, actually, because I don't know how to use the sword I have, so I don't want to introduce more gameplays.
Ready as I'll ever be.
Gonna walk out. Oh, hey, I've been here before. Oh!
Thunder.
Really? Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. I guess the dads are getting involved.
Is this really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Presumably Nyx taught him how to accept these messages. All right, I'm really curious what they're going to do with Zeus. What are they going to do with Zeus? Let's find out.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Okay, so they've decided to go with Hades is a bad guy, and Zeus is your cool uncle. I mean, I'll roll with it. Because, like, the very first words you hear from somebody make a very strong first impression. So, like, immediately being like, greetings there, young man. It's very affable. Your father's always been rather difficult. He's not the difficult one traditionally, but I'm totally willing to go there. Like, I'm glad they're establishing to me what their interpretation of the Greek gods are. I'm a little concerned about what they're gonna do to Artemis. I will have opinions based on what they do with her. Okay. He's your awesome Uncle of Thunder, yes. Okay, Chain Lightning. I don't remember which one my special is. Cast is when I throw the red thing, which I need to come up with a name. Okay, so this is AoE. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I can imagine using that. And cast is when you throw the red thing. I'm gonna give it a name. Let me sit with it for a minute. We'll give it a name. Burst of Chain Lightning. No, that's too complicated. Although I have that. I was thinking about Strawberry Popsicle, but I have to figure out a different name. All right. Well, since I'm at the very, very beginning, all of the like characterization that I have is very minimal at this point. So at this point, it seems like Zeus is going to actually be your cool uncle who's sympathetic versus your crummy dad. This is a lightning bolt. Right, you already told me. This is my AoE. All right. I'm trying to wrap my head around how the gameplay is, Chrono. I'm not worried so much about getting it right, so much as I'm trying to understand how it works. But the thing is, Squizgar, he's not bringing anyone with him. And they make it rather clear nobody else can follow. So it seems unlikely that the Titans are going to be loose. I wonder if my dad is going to unleash...
Lord Uncle Zeus lending his support. Never thought I'd see the day. Or night. Whenever.
Okay, I have to admit I'm glad that they're calling him Uncle. Because that's like... Ah! I did that wrong. Off to a bad start here.
Payback.
Ha! Sassy! Oh, okay.
Who keeps fixing that?
Amazing.
Out. How'd that happen?
That thing is glowing. I want it.
Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not dead.
Thank you. I was like, well, what's he gonna say to that? But he took care of that. I'm gonna smash everything. All right. We're gonna keep going. God, the music is so good. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're not doing super well this time because I now know enough to be dangerous. Ah! Off to a bad start. Okay, that was pretty satisfying. Pomegranate seeds. Or maybe that's a whole pomegranate, actually.
The power of the gods.
And I forgot to mention to folks, if you want to talk about stuff that I haven't seen yet, or that's coming up, or make like observations about how things work and stuff like that, we have a spoiler chat in our Discord. So you are more than welcome to join there, because I know that it can be very hard sometimes not to be able to talk freely about what you think about things or your observations or what you've found in your playthroughs. But since I'm still very early in the game, just bear that in mind, that I will figure out how the game works as I play it. Let's see. Okay. Chain lightning.
Lots of these upon Olympus.
Or maybe Zeus is just showing off how cool he is.
No way to patch it. Got to keep going.
Alright, he's reminding me that he can't heal. I'm sorry I got you hurt, Zagreus. Oh! Okay, so you don't... So if you hang on to keys, then you can use them when you get to the other side. But that was a key. No? Well, I don't know.
Nothing.
Ha! Zag is not impressed.
A chthonic key. This can unlock something back home.
Yes. Good. I just have to smash everything. Like, I don't know if there's anything that, if you get anything for smashing things, but I'm still gonna do it. Like, I hope you know that we're just gonna smash everything. All right, let's proceed. So see, it looks like it's her crystal. So. Yeek! Alright. So I get the feeling that the pace of streaming this game... Ah! I was gonna say I got Nick's juice. So I was correct. That was the next stuff. Oh, I can choose which one of these I want, huh? So I suspect the pacing of streaming this game is going to be... I do a lot of trying not to die, with occasional, I guess, sass, and then we stop and talk after we die. So let's see. What have we got going on here? I don't know what these mean, so I guess I will go with... Purple's been good so far, but I think green is good. I want green, because I associate that with Persephone. Right or wrong? Oh jeez! Oh jeez! Alright, if you're exploding with excitement about something, may I recommend the spoiler chat room might be fun for you. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Oh, that's an arrow! Do you know who uses arrows? Do you know who uses arrows? I know who uses arrows! Okay. Oh, then the other thing was a cup. It must have been Dionysus.
There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. In the name of Hades. Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh!
I heard about you. Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Oh, she's super no nonsense. She's really cool looking. Sorry, we have to take a moment to appreciate her. See, she's got a headdress that's got horns on it. Oh, she's really cool. She's super cool. Okay, so it sounds like they are choosing to go... Wait. Are those pheasants? Hunted birds? I feel like they're going with more of a wild child take on her. Quail! Oh, I think you're right, Desmea. She's so cool. Okay. That's cool, though, actually, because I suspect that there's some degree of politicking and drama happening back home. well, okay, I guess it's not home yet. But so she's like, screw all of that. I don't want to be part of that drama. Fair. She's really, really, really pretty. She's cool. She's awesome. Well, and so, like, I've heard people talk about this basically being, like, sex appeal the game. But they did not, in any way, sexualize Artemis, which I actually really, really, really appreciate. Also, though, she has, like, massive thighs. Like, she's very, very, very... For all that she's super slender, she's very muscular. She looks tough. Yeah, no, it feels very deliberate, Dosmea, because, like... So... There was part of how I realized that this game was full of sass is that there was that animation. Do you remember they commissioned somebody to like animate like an intersection or something for the game? Like it has him like come out of the blood and like push his hair back, and like the internet just had an explosion when that happened. But I've seen a lot of fan art of the characters being like very sexy, and I feel like you have to be given the stream spoilers. Like ask a mod to give you the stream spoilers role, and then you'll be able to get into there. But yeah, so like I feel like this game is very, very, very effective at like it's clear the artists know what the artist knows what she's doing as far as how to make a character sexual and sexy. And the internet is like, oh yeah, you know what you're doing with that. So like that's part of why I've had to be careful to avoid spoilery fan art, because everybody just wants to draw everyone from this game being as attractive as they think they are. But I feel like Artemis's design, it seems very intentionally non-sexual, and that's super cool, because I've told you, if you wandered in later, so you maybe missed my like info dump at the beginning of the stream, Artemis was my patron goddess when I was a child. I decided she was my patron goddess, and I've always interpreted her as kind of being an asexual figure. Like, she's the goddess of the hunt, yes, but she's also the goddess of pure young things and wild things. She's the protector of innocence, the protector of children. That's a key part. That's a key part of who she is, and why I was so and yeah, I would say demi-romantic asexual actually is exactly my interpretation of Artemis, because I feel that she and Orion were in love. And that's why Apollo got as jealous as he did. But it's like literally the only anyone in the history of ever that she was like, oh, I'm interested in this person. And it's like, does not come across as being like a physical connection on any level to me. And so as a like demi-romantic asexual kid who had an entire world around me telling me that I was going to be a certain way and everybody was a certain way, and this, I was like, I want to run away and join Artemis. I don't want to grow up. I don't want my body to change. I don't want to become an adult. I don't want to have like the mysteries of whatever. I don't want to do that. I don't want any of that. I just want to be a child and young and free and myself forever. And it was a really, really huge, because when I was 11 or 12, people thought I was 19. Like, I matured very early. And it was like the biggest betrayal for me. I was like, of all people, because I had friends who were like, I can't wait to grow up. And I was like, I don't want to grow up. I was very interested in this. This is part of why I'm very interested in the story of Peter Pan. Also, he's a little smart ass. I like certain kinds of characters a lot. Okay. But like that's what I related to. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to find a way to unlock a way so that I would never have to enter the world, the grown-up world in which magic couldn't exist. I did not want that. I wanted to be young and innocent and myself and hold on to magic as long as I could forever if possible. And so swearing allegiance to Artemis, that's what she did. She was like, I want to protect these things. I want to protect these beings. And this is who I am. And even like, you know, even Zeus can't make her change, you know, nobody can make Artemis not be Artemis. Like Apollo can't change her. So he goes after the guy she likes. That's, by the way, I'm still fighting with Apollo. I will never not be fighting with Apollo. Artemis can forgive him if she wants to, but I'm still fighting. Yeah. So she turned a dude into a deer and set his own hounds on him, but in a way that's kind of reclaiming, men objectifying women and choosing to sexualize them against their will is a problem and always has been a problem, and most certainly was a problem during that period of history as well. In fact, women had less power. So to have a woman be like, you may not look upon and perhaps act upon me or any of the women under my protection is actually kind of incredible. Because the implication, in a way, is that it's more... For anyone who doesn't know, there's a myth of Artemis where she and her nymphs, because she had her nymphs who, like, also, if they were nymphs who didn't want to be, you know, sexual beings in relationships and have to go make children and things like that, the nymphs could join her in the hunt. And they also were pure. In fact, I think one of them did get in trouble because I think she fell in love with somebody or something, and Artemis was like, you can't do that and be one of my ladies. Yeah, it's exactly what Lissa is saying there. Artemis didn't consent to being looked at. And like, it's one thing if it's like he did it by accident, and you're kind of like, she's reacting to the way men, the power dynamics that are usually in place with men doing that. Even if this particular guy wasn't bad, she had no way of knowing, in a way. But to be like, the idea of you may only look upon me if I choose to let you look upon me, is incredibly empowering. So like, is it like a thing, like if I knew a person who did that, I would be like, that's not okay. You can't just go like killing people because they looked at you. But as a story, as a figure, like a larger than life representation, as an empowering, inspirational mythological figure, like that is a moment that I think a lot of women, or people who are perceived as women, I think resonate with, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Anyway, I have a really intense personal relationship with Artemis. As you can probably tell, when I was 17 and things in my life got very bad, I would go out at night when I wasn't doing well, and one of the things that kept me tethered was that kind of communing with the moon. When I was a child, I was always afraid of the night sky. I think I talked about this. If you've watched my Night in the Woods stream, I think I talked about this there. That I would have going out into the night sky was the infinite is terrifying. I would never be able to go and be an astronaut. My brain would break. Like I cannot conceive of the void and withstand it. And so I would have that kind of horror creeping at me. Like anytime I went out at night, I could feel it. And so part of, I think, what got me into mythology and this is like a young child, was that knowing the myths of the stars and the constellations meant that I had friends that would keep me safe. That instead of going out and having this like existential nothingness of eternity everywhere I turned, I would go out and there's Orion. And I'm safe because Orion is there. Yeah, I wouldn't do very well going deep sea diving either. But so there's a lot of personal value tied up in Artemis, goddess of the hunt. So yeah. wonder if I've got any of them handy. Hold on. I actually had, I don't have it anymore, but for the longest time I had a pendant of Orion that a friend made me back when I was like 19. But I do have, as I dig through my jewelry that is still in a plastic bag from the last time I moved. Sorry, you probably can't hear me very well. I did tell you that you were going to see me play this game very slowly while I talked about everything, didn't I? I did tell you that. Yes, you've been warned. You know what you're getting into? Good. All right. Can you see? Can you see him? Hold on. You should, there you go. It's the second Orion pendant I have had. And it's sparkly. So when like things are overwhelming, if I'm for example, there's a couple of different levels of depression, but there's existential depression, which is the worst of them all. And when I'm feeling existential depression and I feel that I need something to hold on to, it's broken, so it's hard. 'Cause it was a long enough chain that I could just fit it over my head. Come on. There is something, perhaps as a young person who read too many fantasy stories, I became too attached to talismans as being something that would protect you. But like even if it's nothing more than like, what's the word when it's all in your head? Not panacea. Placebo. If it's nothing more than placebo, having something to hold on to and say, this keeps me safe. Sometimes that's all you need. So yeah, Orion. Keeping me from the edge of the void since, like, I was 4. Anyway. All that to say, I like what they're doing with Artemis. Maybe so does Maya. It's a thing you can hold on to, you know? I mean, you can probably tell I've done this a lot. Like, you have that power of what it represents to you. All right. I do dash a lot. Oh, this one's blue. Oh! Heat-seeking blob. What am I going to name my blob? I have to give it a name. It doesn't have a name yet. Although I actually think I just want this. This looks easier. Critical damage.
The power of the hunt sounds like good company to keep.
Yes, she is, and you need to be friends with her. We're going to be friends with her. Ah, that's how that works. Well, that's good to know. Oh, man. Well, for those of you who were anticipating me meeting Artemis, I hope that was a meeting. I don't know that I'll actually meet any of the gods, but I hope that lived up to your hopes. Okay, so this looks like a Nyx crystal. It really does, but it's not the same as the Nyx juice. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to play this game. I got a bit distracted. Right, run. Okay. Okay, so you can hit those things before they reach you. Oh, wrong button! I was trying to dash, and instead of dashing, I was doing the other thing. Hold on, please. Okay, I love you all very much. Please let me observe and notice things and do not tell me how to play the game or how things work unless I ask. part of the joy of being a person who likes to be observant and look at every little thing is that there's a lot of satisfaction when you realize that there's like a little detail they've put in. But if somebody tells me that the detail is there, then I don't get to have that moment and it's less fun. So if you don't mind, please let me discover things like that myself. Okay, so this looks... Okay, so I wonder how you can tell if you can go through something. Okay, so I can't smash any of this. No, it's okay. So it's the sort of thing that, like, if it were like gameplay mechanics, I might not, but because that's like seeing that the power of the characters. Oh, so if this is a somebody. Oh man. Who are you? What is that symbol? Looks like kind of like bull horns. I'm probably gonna be like, oh my god, when I finally see who this one is. Like, what is it gonna be, Apollo? No, if it were Apollo, it would have to be a liar. Eek! Oh, you've got health bars! That's why I was getting confused earlier.
Just getting started, huh?
Oh, you can dizzy them! Yay! Eesh! That was all my fault. Oh no, we're having some trouble here. Well, that might be as far as we make it, folks. Oh shoot, it might help if I didn't keep running into spikes. Just a thought. Maybe no spikes. What is this? Oh, it's monies. Oh, okay. Okay, so the spikies go away once. Okay, well, I had to try. It is my first time. In fact, this is like the first time I booted up the game, Silverhawk. It's completely new. Okay, that looks like that's Zeus. Oh, I got a health back. But I just have to not take any damage.
Hey, lads.
Oh, you guys, this is the same guys. Oh, darn it. Oh my god. Okay, well, this is not going to last very long, is it? It would have been really satisfying to defeat them with 1 health. I'm not gonna lie. Do we need a death count? My heart.
Skeleton twins.
So grouchy about this. Not that I blame him. We didn't get so far that time because I knew enough. Hello, cutie.
Whoa, you just got killed by one of those bloodless inferno bomber skeleton type guys. Nice. I always wondered what would happen if you just kind of stood around while all their bombs went.
That's not what I did.
Okay.
This is just like
There's a
whatever.
desk next to the throne.
Hold on, I gotta go pet the pups.
Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right, boy?
Whatever. Nobody cares about you, Hades. Everyone cares about your dog.
Holding up, boy. Eating well lately? All 3 mouths full and happy?
He's... Oh.
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
Oh my god. Now I just know that Zagreus can hear the narrator, so every time the narrator narrates, I get a little embarrassed on his behalf. But like in a good way.
Like it when I pet your other heads, huh? No.
Okay. This is the head that likes him best.
Fate's concern for you.
Whatever! Hades, just because he doesn't love you doesn't mean he doesn't love anyone. What a jerk. We're getting out of here. No question. Renovate? Excuse me, what?
Some sort of special offer for me, my good shade.
Oh my god, they're super cute. They kind of look like something from Kirby. Or maybe Mega Man X. What cuties. Okay. Scrying pool. Oh, contains faint traces of the past if you look closely. Stately rug. More grown-up look. They do look like Metars. See, I don't feel like Hades loves the dog. I feel like Hades resents the fact... I feel like Hades doesn't give the dog any attention and then resents the fact that the dog likes the kid who gives him attention instead. But instead of doing the thing that you should do in that situation and be like, maybe I should put more attention and time and care into taking care of my dog so that I can have the relationship I want, Hades just got mad that somebody else had the relationship with the dog. Luxurious seating. Oh my god. I can just redo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, please don't tell me what the characters are actually secretly like. Please go to Stream Spoilers to talk to people about that. I've just met these people, and as far as I can tell, they're not the same as the Greek myth versions of them that I know, so I still have to get to know them. I did see, yeah, it's exactly Scale Model Giant. I was just saying Hades needed an interior designer, and apparently that's gonna be me. Ooh. Different colored laurels. Gives the East Wing a sense of foreboding. Nice, nice. Burnished gold. Crimson. Ah. Okay. Dual stick lightning. We'll have to do that. Oh, lighting, not lightning. Never mind. Fountain chamber. Restores some heart amid the gloom. Okay.
Work authorized. A fountain chamber in the depths of Tartarus sounds like an excellent idea.
We'll do that. It's free. Oh, faded list of minor prophecies? Fate's prophecies? I don't even know what that means. Chambers may contain urns. Excuse me, but I can do something that will let me smash stuff and get stuff for it? Excuse me? I'm gonna get that. Chambers may contain... Yes.
I can't.
Fine. I don't think I have any monies. Do I have any monies? Where's my monies? I don't think I've got monies. Okay. Well, we're gonna... Excuse me! Hold on.
A vast and intricately crafted mosaic depicts the underworld king presiding over the enormity of his domain, whilst its chthonic residents look on in awe of him.
Does Hades hear...
That great.
Keep it down.
Amazing. 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 Oh, he's got an exclamation point over his head. I guess I'll talk to you.
Sniveling shade to your immediate left there, Father. Already found someone new to do the busy work. And here I thought I was utterly indispensable.
Oh, he said to work for his dad. Okay. That does make it a rather worse deal.
Is my newly designated contractor, one whose responsibility is to work on this house. But who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know.
You're trying to guilt me into funding the exorbitant furnishings you desire.
Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations I have piled up.
No, I didn't cause nearly enough carnage this time.
Nice.
Zagreus is like, I made my dad mad. Nice. Oh, hello, 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 yes!
I've known great men throughout my life, and I can always tell when someone's better than their circumstances. Fight like I fight out there.
The symbol there on his cloak is the same as the symbol that I saw, that I got. Okay.
I'll give them hell as you once did Achilles. Though doubtless many of the shades who stand against me first arrived in Tartarus because of you.
Oh, there. Okay. Is he flirting? I can't tell. He might be. Don't answer that. We'll figure out. Although, like, Achilles is, like, his heart belongs to Patroclus. Hello. Oh, there's an examine.
What once was a small lounging area within the House of Hades now is sealed off in utter shambles since the multi-headed Cerberus tore the space apart, warning the missing prince.
He's just pretending to care about you. Don't think he actually loves you. Whatever, Hades. Oh, man.
Cerberus destroyed the lounge again.
I'm really curious to know who. I'm really curious to know who's the narrator. I'm really.
Please guide you, child. You have outgrown this house. Of that I am now certain. Should you return again here, I shall keep you safe.
I won't forget you, Nyx, I swear it.
Look at how big she is. I'm sure all of you that's fun for can have fun imagining that. Hello, you had a face. Like one of them walked by me and had a face, like a smile. Okay, hold on. Here's my room. Can I look at anything, do anything? Rest? No, apparently. Yeah, well, we're gonna try.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I mean, I don't know how to go to Olympus.
Mirror of night.
Alright, so I've got Nyx juice. Ah, okay. I forgot that I did actually do this. I need to save up for this. So I'm going to wait and save up for that. Oh, I need to fix the spelling of Titus's name there. All right.
Let's go.
Yes. I'm waiting. I want another key. I have 2 keys. I'm going to wait because I only need 1 weapon. I haven't figured out how to use my like introducing. Oh, but the bow. Oh, I wonder if the.
Daedalus hammer.
What does that mean?
Enchantments for my weapon.
Okay. I mean, Daedalus is like the grand inventor. Thrust. Is that my regular attack? Special makes you lunge ahead, then become sturdy. Does that give you like a second of invincibility? Backstab. I honestly feel like this is what I have to go with.
Daedalus, wherever you may be right now, thank you.
Oh! Oh, Daedalus just... that. Oh! I got a...
Heads up.
Yeah, criticals are great. Good to know. Okay. I have caused sufficient property damage. Is he sassing the random dead? Oh, right.
Phew.
We did okay that time, I think. Okay. Got some more Nyx juice. Just gonna smash stuff. Oh, that one's not smashable.
Let me see.
I guess we might as well get this over with. I bet they like her. I bet they're gonna try to make me like her. Well, it's okay. They're doing their own interpretation of the other gods, so maybe they will. Maybe I will like her, because that is unmistakably a heart. Oops. Eek! Eek! So you could actually use those to your advantage if you wanted to, but I don't want to because...
Oh, it's her.
Oh, he's excited. He's excited about this one. All right, Zagreus.
It must be a mess. Let's see here. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
He's afraid of making a good impression on her.
Why, hello there, little god thing. I have to say, you're quite the specimen, and so I've decided I shall aid you for the moment.
I'm not gonna like her.
Interested?
This is great. No, this is perfect. I'm completely 100% on board with this interpretation of Aphrodite. I think you're hot, so I'll help you. And I'm gonna be like, all like, I've got more power and beauty, whatever. Yes, Aphrodite, goddess of horny on main. She's not the goddess of love. She's the goddess of beauty. Eros is the god of love. Just saying. It's a common misconception that people get wrong, but you know what? They're wrong. And I am going to yell about this at every opportunity I get. So be prepared. This is not the first this is the first, not the last time you're going to hear me say that. Yes. But she's not the goddess of like love. Like, there's like different kinds of love, but she's more the goddess of being hot than the goddess of like true love. She's like, honestly, she's my least favorite goddess. And so like her and Ares hooking up, I'm like, I feel bad because it breaks Hephaestus' heart, and I liked Hephaestus, but I was like, those two deserve each other. Oh yeah, there's lots of interpretations of people, of the gods, because like there's many myths, there's many versions of the myths, like legends and stories change over time and are changed by the cultures they interact with. Every person is going to latch onto various aspects of the stories and the figures in the stories based on what that person is bringing to the stories and so on. But yeah. Okay, so you have a deeper level of knowledge than I do. I just have a lot of love and reading a lot of myths as a kid. So mostly I have a lot of stories in my head that will come out in jumbled bits and pieces that you can all help me put back together. Yes, that is true, Inky. She is. I don't know what OSP is. What is OSP? Overly sarcastic productions. Oh, okay. Well, then I suppose that all of you will have the same information, but... So, we're going to have a tangent here, just a brief one. Triggered by the fact that I'm not the hugest fan of Aphrodite herself. Let's see what I say. The most radiant holds mortal beings in her thrall. Yeah, like, does that sound good? No, it's not. I don't like you, Aphrodite. Plus, I mean, like, if you have to choose one of the goddesses to be on your side, Aphrodite she doesn't think very far ahead. There's a way, like, people can love things, and then become experts and know lots of things about it. And then people can love things and just love it deeply. And there's kind of this perception of, I mean, you don't really want any of the gods to be against you, except maybe, like, Hestia. What's she gonna do? There's this, like, feeling that if you don't know everything there is to know about a thing, that you must not be a true fan. And so, like, I've been, like, talking about, like, you know, I love Greek myths. I have lots of feelings. I have opinions. I have stories. I actually really like Hestia, but she's, like, the least likely to screw you over. That's kind of her thing. Is she's like, oh, there needs to be room for somebody else. That's okay. I'll go tend to the fire. I don't mind. Like, she's really chill. Putting out your fire during the winter, though, in a cold climate would be pretty deadly. But no, like, Hestia, like, if you're gonna, like, if you want to hang out with any of the Greek gods and live to tell the tale, Hestia is a pretty good choice. No, I'm just saying that it's kind of funny to me because I said, like, you know, I'm bringing to this game this background of knowledge and things that I didn't have, like, with Final Fantasy VII Remake when many people had that with Final Fantasy VII. But I do think it's really funny that, like, I do consider myself a big fan of Greek myths, which is funny because I think a lot of people, I don't know if, like, everybody goes through a Greek myth phase or if it was, like, everybody in my generation went through a Greek myth phase or what. It's like there was, like, dinosaurs and there were Greek myths. And I liked dinosaurs, don't get me wrong. I was really into, like, learning all about various creatures. I was also really into reptiles and amphibians. But I loved Greek myths. And I read so many stories. But, yeah, Hestia's great. Hestia's good. I like her. Well, and I have, things like this. I don't know if you're at all familiar with these, but they're not exactly the same, but the Andrew Lang fairy books collect folk stories and fairy tales from around the world. And like they're old, so there's like some concerns about, like, you know, how are they portraying other cultures' stories, because it's from like the late 1800s. But I'm really into, like, I really love collecting stories. In fact, while we're on a tangent, maybe do you want to do tarot readings on Saturday? Because I've got my Saturday stream. This tarot deck is mythological figures, fairy tales, folk tales from around the world. And it's brilliant. It's so good. They did so much thinking about who should be which card that if you know a lot of folklore and you know a lot of cards, you're just like, this is amazing. Okay. Maybe we'll do that. Noon on Saturday. Be here. It's the best. I don't understand how it's such a mainstream deck, but it is super mainstream now, and it totally deserves it. It's amazing. Anyway, we can talk about mythology then, too. It'd be great. Heartbreak strike. Inflict weak. Oh, no matter what you do, you make them weak. Charming, Aphrodite, charming. I mean, literally charming is what's happening. See, wordplay, it's funny. I never read Percy Jackson. I was a little too old for Percy Jackson, but I think it's very cool that Percy Jackson exists. And I think the author is super cool. He's doing really, really good things with getting representation in stories. I don't treat tarot like prophecy. I treat tarot like introspection. It's a meditation aid. So I will talk at length about how I use tarot, but we'll do that on Saturday then if we're going to be streaming tarot. Maybe we'll do a little music too, but let's see. Which of these? Press or hold X to use your main weapon. Press Y for your weapon's unique attack. Oh, it's not going to be an AoE with every weapon. Oh, that's confusing. This is curse. We're just going to do this one. This one's simple.
And the power to break hearts? Sure, I don't see why not.
I don't think that's a... Zagreus, I saw how the internet reacted when you pushed your hair out of your eyes. I don't think you need any help in that regard. It was really, really funny. It was like the entire internet came together to have a shared collective moment of, oh no, he's hot. It was really funny. All right, let's go through and do this. Oh, geez, that was not good. That thing exploded.
This can unlock a weapon back at home.
All right, I've got key stuffs.
But I wouldn't give us a healing flask of some sort.
Yes, yes, we know you want to be able to heal and you can't. Wonder what happens if you blow yourself up after you kill everything in the room. If, like, he gets particularly made fun of by Hypnos. I hope so. I'm sure that that won't ever happen to me.
Pests.
Oh no! I don't like those. Oh, there's a... That has Nick's... Gosh. No? Centaur heart. What does that do again? Oh. Okay. Got some health. What is this? A shop.
Let's see what's in here.
Okay. The riches of the underworld sometimes rise up from the suffocating dark. For an express trip back to the House of Hades. Oh, that's a nice one. Encounters. Upon demise, all things are returned to Charon. All sales are final. Okay. So So it sounds like what that's telling me is that your money doesn't carry over when you die. But I think the things you buy might. Oh, it happens in 3 chambers. It lasts for 3 chambers. It lasts for 6 encounters. Got it. Okay.
No way.
Oh, I don't have the money. All right. Hi, Soup. Welcome back. Okay. So I can either get health back or monies, I guess. I'm going to get health back. Maybe.
Brimstones.
Oh, jeez. I did that in the wrong order. Ah! I'm definitely having trouble here. Okay. All right. I might actually not destroy every bit of property that ever existed. Okay, another key, huh? All right. Ah! So, this gameplay makes me think a lot of Transistor.
Collect. A key to a weapon.
Like a lot. So I guess actually, including the way that customization works, which if I remember correctly, there's different weapons that you can use in Bastion as well. And so it's not that you have a different weapon in Transistor because you still have the Transistor, but you can equip different abilities basically. The more characters you meet, the more abilities you get. And then you can choose between them and like build out your own loadout. So they're very much like building on the same idea. It's like a similar kind of game, if that makes sense, which is really cool. Like they like games that you have a certain kind of customization in how you choose to play the game. and like the like angled isometric view is the same, and like even the character commenting on the bad, like the monsters. I mean, Transistor had everything going for it, frankly. Transistor is a practically perfect package. Like, the gameplay is outstanding. The story as we get it is really interesting. The writing is very good. The voice acting is phenomenal. The graphics are just utterly beautiful. And the music is incredible. So yeah, it is very much like Transistor without the planning mechanic. Like, I mean, I'm even having an easier time figuring out how to deal with certain situations because I'm thinking about using jaunt to get out of a troubling situation. So that's cool that it's building on that knowledge that I had. But this is the first game of theirs that they did not build their own mythology from scratch, which is a really interesting and kind of surprising decision, because actually, if I were to say anything about the Supergiant games in general, like the way that they approach narrative, they're very interested in lore building and developing a mythology. Like, even, and yes, jaunt is super useful. But even Transistor, which doesn't have the feeling of a mythos the way Bastion does quite in the same way, still has these figures, these like larger than life figures that you get to know. And like the like mystery of what is the world and how does it work is good job, all of you. Like, they have a particular way that they do things, and the creation of the world and coming to understand the world is a huge part of that. So when you play a Supergiant game, you have this feeling of uncovering and discovering elements of the world around you, partly so you can actually understand the story, but also there's a lot of speculation. Like, it's interesting, since I started writing Transistor fanfic, which I've written a little bit of now, which I'm actually really proud of. So I've read a few fanfic there, and it's interesting because it's like we have different interpretations of things, because there's a lot that's open up. Go Joe! Okay, your name is great. Also, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Hi. We're talking about Supergiant games and their approach to storytelling and narrative. So, hi, I'm Lauren the Flute. I'm a variety streamer, and I stream a lot of things, but my thing when I'm playing games is to talk about the story, the details of what they're doing, how they're doing things, like speculating on how things go together, but also kind of noticing like how the writers are putting things together. So, oh, are you one of, okay, I'm sorry, I'm not good with names, but you're one of Jana's people. Okay. Hey Tay, yeah, thank you so much for following, everybody. Because I think there's somebody else who had two. Thank you, and welcome. Yeah, so this is the third Supergiant game that I have encountered. The second one that I've played firsthand myself. And oh, okay, awesome. Oh, well, I'm excited to meet you through this then. I know you've made Jana really happy, and so therefore you make me happy. So thank you for being good to my friend. Thank you, folks. Thank you so much for following, everybody. What were you working on, Joe? Oh, yes, and we're very particular about no spoilers here. If you are a person who is familiar with Hades, we just got started today. Oh, I haven't played Breath of the Wild, but I've been thinking about it at some point. Because like things that you like have to piece apart what happened and what's going on in the lore, like I'm really into that. So what I find surprising about the fact that they decided to go with an existing lore is that they clearly they're very passionate about creating their own mythos for every game. Like I've gotten into arguments, like fun arguments, but like we're like, no, I swear it's this, like with like what is the world of Transistor? Is it a digital space? What does it mean to go to the country? Do you check out, were they originally organic beings that uploaded themselves to this digital space, or is it just that existence within their universe is digital? Like, well, I don't know. And these questions I think you're supposed to ask yourself as you're playing Transistor. And so it's really cool and interesting. And then like trying to figure out, both like in the story, like what did the Camerata do? Who are these different people that I'm meeting? What can I determine from them based on the moves that they give me? And that sort of thing is really interesting. As well as like getting to know the characters in like a subtle, like kind of understated way. But like that's the richness and depth of that is a large part of what they do with writing. And Bastion, and again, like I've only watched Bastion, and that was a long time ago. But Bastion, I mean, it has this pantheon of gods that are not kind to you. What is the song? The gods ain't gonna help you, son. You'll be sorry for what you've done. So in that case, like the deities like exist to like have the feeling of like inevitable destruction in that world, which I guess is kind of a theme in their games now that I think about it, like the inevitability of everything falling apart. Like there is no winning. Everything around you is dying. Is true of both of those. And in this case, yes, the gods are going to help you, but there is kind of that feeling of like there's no way out, because it's a roguelike. Now, I believe you can actually get to an ending. I don't know how that's going to work. We'll see if I can manage that. I suppose it would help being a god on the same level as the other gods. But they have so much fun with the playground because like a lot of Bastion is trying to figure out, and I think I would actually enjoy Bastion if I had played it for the first time myself without somebody else's influence. I think I would have enjoyed it because a lot of it is trying to piece together, which it turns out I really enjoy. What happened here? What's going on? And kind of as you come to understand, especially Zulf's backstory, and then Zia's backstory, and you're like, oh, we're not the good guys. It's so interesting. And so like they're able to like make society exactly as they want it, make the mythos the way they want it, make the pantheon exactly the way they want it, and they do that. And I think they did the same thing in the one game that I haven't played, the like high fantasy NBA Jam. But thank you, Sally. Yeah, I feel like for some Pyre, that's it. Like if this is something you enjoy, this is how I play games. This is what I do, and we play this game every Thursday now. But I also do Suikoden 2 right now on Tuesdays, which is a game I'm replaying. And then the main story quest of Final Fantasy 14 on Wednesdays, about to get to Stormblood. I will fill you in if you're interested in that. Like while we're streaming, I'll fill in the holes. But I assume that Pyre does something similar. Like the little that I've seen of the game, it feels like, again, you're trying to figure out who you are, what the world is, what's going on. Like there's this great mystery as you piece it together. Like it throws you very much into the middle of everything. Sometimes your characters know more than you do. Sometimes they don't. But you have this experience of unraveling the story and figuring out what's been going on around you as you figure out the gameplay. So it's super interesting in here that they are starting with something pre-existing, and I genuinely wonder why they made the decision to do this. Like, they're so good at coming up with their own mythos. And they're so successful, frankly, that they don't need to piggyback on something else's popularity. Like I feel like, I mean, obviously far above their other games. Like Hades has just done phenomenally well, but Bastion was like this like explosion that like rocked the gaming world when it came out. And unfortunately, I don't think Transistor made as big a splash, which is a shame because I think Transistor is one of the like most beautiful artistic games that I've ever encountered, and it was also really fun. But like, and it made me so dismayed. But they clearly really like making their own stuff too. So maybe this is their love letter to Greek mythology, which I mean, same. I can't say I wouldn't be like, now I'm going to write my Greek mythology story if I could like make anything I wanted. But bye, Grayson. Thank you for coming by. And welcome to everybody else who's, or Tay, are you the one leaving? I'm sorry. I'm just like on a roll here. Yeah. And I mean, like, I would be lying if I said I hadn't written stories with Artemis in them. And I write a lot, or you have over the years, and I've been getting back into it. Largely through fan fiction has been helping me get past my writer's block of several years. New chapter of Shinra High coming out soon, hopefully. But they're definitely doing their own take on it. Like the fact that I can't immediately recognize like the gods' personalities, where I'm like, huh, that's interesting. Their Hades is a big jerk and their Zeus seems really nice. That's not what I would do or what I would expect. It's really, what's the word? Like they're building on that. And so I kind of wonder, are they intentionally playing with my expectations of what, and they're clearly like, it seems like they're establishing like right off the bat, like the moment that you hear anything to do with Hades and you hear him speak, you're like, oh, that's not the Hades that I've ever encountered in any myth ever. People want him to be the bad guy because like in like a a society that has That's funny, Joe. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, frankly. See, Hadestown, one of my former roommates loved Hadestown, so I heard some of the music, but I don't know it very well. But I think that we have a tendency to think of Hades as the bad guy, which he's not, I think, supposed to be a bad guy, but, like, it's very easy to map the Lord of the Dead to be a bad guy, because he's kind of scary to begin with. But also I think that there's, like the idea of, like, there's, like, a Satan in hell, and he is bad, so therefore Hades is in hell and just bad, even though it's not Hades. It's not the same thing. But yes, as Commodore says, the latent Christianity in society does mean that, like, people tend to assume that Hades is the bad guy, and I'm like, he's not actually, which is why he makes such a great, like, romantic character for people who want to write about the tragic, awkward romance of Persephone and Hades, which is not what we're seeing here. Oh man, Abigail Thorne is really cool. I enjoy learning from her. Yeah, no, it is really interesting that you can't really have a portrayal of the Land of the Dead that is not in some you seldom have an interpretation of the Land of the Dead that is not influenced by specifically Dante Alighieri's take on hell. That man has definitely achieved a level of immortality in the, like, minds of so many generations of people who came after him. Yeah, no, like, Hades is actually relatively chill himself. Yeah, I enjoy the Persephone and Hades thing. Like, I wouldn't have guessed that was going to be popular as a kid, but I can understand, I see what people see in it. And it's really, yeah, no, Dante is hilarious. He's just, like, throwing the people he doesn't like in real life in hell. He's like, well, when you're going to die, you're going to be in this circle of hell. It's going to be great. Yes, it was totally his revenge fic. And then he has this, like, self-insertion, like, the girl who kept rejecting him. He, like, made her his love interest when he goes up to heaven. And it's just like, Dante, you creep. He's a creep, by the way, if you didn't know that. He's a creep. Yes, so I'm even at the first fanfic saga, but one of the biggest ones. Yes, Beatrice, that's correct. Oh, I like this. Oh, it's these guys! Eek! We've got some electric guitar happening. Okay, let's see if I can remember to... Eek! I dashed right into that one. That's not what I meant to do. Get away, get away! Oof, that was lucky. Eek! Sorry, I'm like, let's talk about story and stuff, and then I'm gonna scream about a video game. Oh, that didn't look good.
Bloodless bastards got me.
Again. I did so well against them the first time. I took them out my first time. But then I died to some other dudes. Alright. Oh, hello, Hypnos.
Hello?
There's like an effect on his voice that sounds like some particular character from Saturday morning cartoons when I was a kid.
Oh, hi. I'd ask you how it went, but since you're here again, I guess I know already, huh? Oh well, just come on in.
Oh my god. Now I understand the look on Hypnos' face. That is not just a sleepy head. That is a sass pants. Sleep incarnate, though. Yes, Hypnos is just Twitch chat. No, but that's not... Okay. Hypnos may be Twitch chat at large. But Hypnos is not my Twitch chat. Because my Twitch chat is sweethearts. Thank you all. I was a little too old for SpongeBob to be my childhood, too. SpongeBob was the kids that I babysat when I was in high school. It was their childhood. Oh, but Yakko and Pinky. Cheers. It's just like, whatever. Nobody likes you, Dad. I'm gonna go pet the dog because the dog is good.
Enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
Permit the dog his rest.
Oh, shut up, Hades.
How's everything been going lately, boy? What's the good word?
The underworld prince prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the infernal hound, as none of his 3 heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
Oh my god, our narrator is a sass pants too, but in like the driest possible way, which means that I love him very much. Amazing. All right, Zagreus, what are you going to say about this? Oh, he doesn't. He's just like, whatever. I don't have anything to sass you about. Okay, let's sass Dad.
Father, what happened to the lounge? The only place for anyone to have a little fun around here, and you seal it shut.
Oh, I had little choice about that boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset.
You said he didn't care.
The place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you.
Hades, you're just not good at this. I would say you're actively bad at this.
You're really blaming me for not minding the dog while I was out and while you all were here.
Yep.
I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else? It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours.
This is why nobody wants to hang around with you, dude. This is why your son is trying to leave. You are really crummy. What a crummy dude and a crummy dad. Well, Sally, thank you so much for coming by. And Rat Punk, if you could take Hades in a fight, like, more power to you. Man. See, look at this. This one has a feeling. Why do they sometimes have feelings when I walk through them? Because there was another one that had a feeling, too. Alright. See if there's anything else I can comment on. That door is locked. Oh, hello! Okay, so now we find out. Is Zagreus flirting with him or not?
Achilles, is it really true that Cerberus ripped the lounge up right after I left? He must have gotten in a lot of trouble.
He's getting used to coming back home again, I suppose.
I only wish you could have seen it, lad. The place looked like a vineyard after a typhoon. Your lord father was livid, but he never gets so angry with the dog. Poor Dusa, though, she's picking the place up.
I have no idea who Dusa is.
Oh, no.
Oh, I do, actually.
Dusa. She's always worried father's going to fire her, even without something like this.
I would not have expected that she would have a nickname, but she does. Well, where is she? I mean, I assume that if I'm a god, then that means that I'm, because I'm not a demigod, so I think I'm like a full god, which I think should mean that I should be not susceptible to her stone gaze. Not even stone gaze. I don't think I have enough.
There, something from the fates.
Wait, from the fates? What? Where? Where? What? I don't even know that I don't think I even have monies. God, the music is so good. Grand opening deal. Okay, no, but I did that. Right? I don't know how this works. Court music! That's important. Okay, well, I don't have any monies, so I can't do anything there. Oh, what? She doesn't have... Oh,
The fates apportioned to you lies ahead, my child.
okay. Oh, I guess we should probably shut down, shouldn't we?
Bye, Nix.
Oh, they're gossiping. Hold on, we gotta listen.
Hey, I know you.
Cause of death trampling. This one's cranky. Alright. Do I have a there's a give up, I see. Is there a save button? Progress saved 5 minutes ago. How do I save? Can I save? Is that an option? Is there saving? Oh god, it's so pretty. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we'll go into our room.
Hey, room.
I like that he talks to his room. This is absolutely something that I do. I absolutely talk to my room. Any inanimate object. I mean, it probably comes as no surprise to anyone who's watched me talk. Like, how much of this stream did I spend talking versus playing the game? To be fair, the playing of the game is very intense. So I can't really talk much while I'm doing it. So I think this is going to be like a like spurts of play, then talk, then play, then talk. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do those two together very much this time around. Yeah, thank you all so much. So if anybody wants to join our Discord, you're welcome to it. That's where you can go to talk about spoilers. There's a special spoilers channel. So if you've been watching this and you're like, I want to like talk about characters or gameplay or whatever, things that Lauren hasn't gotten to yet, there's a space for you, my friend. You can go to the stream spoilers channel on our Discord, or you're welcome to just come and hang out. And otherwise, yeah, I'm going to be streaming. I guess maybe I will be doing a tarot reading stream on Saturdays. So if you want to come to that, feel free to follow, and that'll be noonish my time, Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, again, Tuesdays, we're still replaying through Suikoden 2, so I can talk about one of my favorite games of all time and why it's good. Wednesdays are Final Fantasy XIV main story quest first playthrough streams, and then Thursdays are Hades for the foreseeable future. We'll see how this goes. So yeah, thank you all for joining. This has been a very, very fun first stream of this game. And yeah, take care of yourselves, and hold on. All right, we're gonna do this and we'll see how we do next time. All right, bye. I'm gonna try to raid someone, so stick around if you don't mind raiding a friend. Actually, yes. Hold on. All right. Smack myself in the face here. I'll see you later.